We get lots of abuse, you know, we can take being shouted at by however many thousand people, and we do. I especially do it plenty of times, unfortunately, but Joe probably not as much as me, but
probably less.
But yeah, that's the life of, you know, a professional athlete, and unfortunately, the misogyny in the women's game is something that is not based on performance, is not based on how well you've played or whatever. It's your gender, which you can't do anything about. But to have something that you can't control, like being a woman or your sexuality or whatever, I feel like to be criticised for that and to be abused for that is something that shouldn't happen and is unacceptable because you have no control over that.
You know, you get DM and then DM requests, so mine's like filtered to like people who I don't know or like people that are really strange are in there, and you can kind of just, they don't come through. So if you look, it's just mental. But you can do it in a way that like you can't see it, so you're never affected by it. You never.
Does it affect you if you see a bad one then?
It's the standard. If a women's player, for example, corner went up straight off the pitch, it's like that's why you should be in the kitchen. That's why you're not. That's why you should never be paid. That's why you need to quit or whatever. It's just that. But you already know it's coming.
Yeah, mine's the same. I don't even go into my like DM requests. Like,
no.
I just don't even think, I don't give it the time of day. Like, there's just no point in sort of even looking in it because I never know what I'm actually going to get and stuff like that. But I think even when we was away, like on our last camp or in Spain or whatever, I think like me and some of the younger girls, we were like kind of discussing our DM section, and we were all like, the amount of like just weird people that go in there and just say like such strange things.
It's mad because I know some of the girls I know at football and stuff have had people in there ask for their dirty shorts and like muddy shorts and stuff, and it's like, you wouldn't, like, it's just a bit,
Don't wash my muddy shorts.
I was asked for your money, do you know what I mean? Obviously you guys get different kind of abuse, I'm sure you get loads of it as well, but...
He doesn't.
I get plenty.
Just don't look at it.
I've got thick skin at this point. I've heard it all
it's
before.
Mad, isn't it? It's mad we have to go through though, because it's a bit scary with like how many fans you kind of have at the game just shouting at you.
Yeah, but that, I mean, that's always been, you know, you'd speak to footballers who played years ago and it'd be the same, and you can, like we said, you can take that, but when it's something that's out of your control, it's a little bit harder to, well, you shouldn't have to deal with it. You're not inferior because you're one gender, or you're not inferior because you're a certain sexuality. And to criticise someone or to abuse someone for being that is how someone can sit there on a computer or on their phone and actually type that out and then send it is mind-boggling. But like we said, it happens a lot, and it's about making sure that we all do our bit. And I think to firstly to make sure that you're not doing it, but then, you know, to have the responsibility to influence other people and to make sure that what they're doing is right, and I think that goes a way to stopping it.
From your experiences with the online stuff and the social media stuff, would you say it's got worse and it's like bad behaviour is more common, or do you think there's been progress and people cottoning on a little bit to into the fact it's wrong?
I do think it's a lot worse now in terms of how many people have access to you. So how many people are able to just send you what they want and there's no repercussion.
Kids, I think they get access obviously to a lot of great things online that we never used to, but there's definitely a downside to it, and it's scary, and there's a lot, you know, the idea that, you know, school kids are getting access to, I don't even want to say it, but you know, pornography and stuff like that is and some of the comments that we heard sort of going around school kids between the ages of 9 and 12 is like, that was never the case when I was growing up, and it speaks volumes really for some of the issues.
Step up, speak up and call out online sexual harassment.
Take care of yourself and others.
If it crosses the line, report it.
Edrych ar ôl dy hunan a phobl eraill. Os yw'n croesi'r llinell, gwna'n siŵr i reportio.